this is our GUI. Here we'll call it, and we'll call it. So the first thing it asks is if you'd like to use the hardware. If no, then it plots only in the GUI. If yes, then you use the Arduino hardware. We'll click no because we're not. Here we have the ability to control each of the join angles. Let's go back to 0. And we also have the ability to move the robot to a specific location based on what we type in here. So we'll just set this back to 0. And now we will load an image. And we'll do the Wayne State logo. And now here we will quickly trace this. And it gives us a question dialog that asks us if we'd like to save and finish. If we do this, then this will be the only trace that we have on it. Save and continue will allow us to continue drawing. And if we hit undo, which I'm going to do because I don't like the look of this, it will delete what we just did, and we can go back in and retrace it. Oops. That's slightly better. So here we will save and finish. And the red dots here are what the mouse actually got, but those values were too close to the next point for a robot to plot. So what we did was we actually implemented a rejection algorithm that will scan the points, and it will look for anything that's less than a millimeter or 2 millimeters. If it's less than that, then we reject it and it will leave it with the red dot. Otherwise, it becomes a blue square, and these are what it will actually plot. Then all we do is hit paint, and the robot will do it. All right, and once it has finished painting, it will move out of the way so you can view it. So we'll actually zoom in, and as you can see, that looks pretty close to what it is. It's upside down, but we can always fix that later. And then here what we'll do is we're going to sign it. So we'll go back to our starting configuration, and we will hit the sign button. And here, it will sign our initials. All right, and again, it tells you that it's done. And if we zoom in here, you can see, oops, too far. You can see that it plotted a C and then an I for both of our initials. So now we're going to do hardware implementation. First, we'll create the robot, and this time we'll say yes to using hardware. Next, we will connect the Arduino, and it is on COM 7. Here it's connected. And now we're going to add some servos. We're going to add 3 of them. The first one is on pin 3 and uses these pulse durations. Second one is on pin 6 and uses the same pin durations. And the third one is slightly different and uses these configurations. All right. And we're actually going to use the same image from last time, and the way we've set up our GUI, we saved it as a file, so we actually don't need to load the image or anything. We can just hit paint. Now we're going to show that our robot can move to any selected position. So we've already attached the hardware to the GUI here. First we'll change the Z value. We'll change it to 0. Alright, and there it is, moving to Z equals 0. Next we'll change the Y value to be 0. And there it changed that. And now we'll change the X to be 0 as well. And there you go. Going to be our face detection. So we'll create the robot, and we are not going to use hardware. Here we have a open webcam, and we're going to just take that down. If I hit the capture button, it detected my face. So out of all of the image, it cropped out my face, and then it detected the boundaries on my right eye, left eye, nose, and mouth. And then down here, we can select which one we want. So let's say we want the right eye, and we'll convert the image. And here, our algorithm will take all of the points in this bounding box here, and we'll put it out to a file that we can then read. If we want to do the left eye, it'll do the left eye. Same with the nose and the mouth.